All right. This is going to be a difficult panel because there's going to be a lot of people just talking. We'll do our best. Okay, so give me a hand and tell me your most favorite archetype to play right now. Yes.
Extra turns.
Oh, that's nasty. Your playgroup likes that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mentioned it beforehand. A lot of people are fine with it.
Let me ask you a question. Do they watch you play the extra turns?
Do they want me to play the extra turns?
Yeah, like I'm usually a person that when I'm in a play group, if somebody has gone infinite or pseudo infinite, I usually just like I know I could concede here. I know you've won the game. I acknowledge that you've won the game. Once you have control of the situation, I don't really need to know what the win condition is, as long as I know I'm dead. But some people, it's like about showmanship.
We have to have infinite combos with, extra turns.
Okay. This is a thing that I've been doing that I don't think most other people do, but I have had multiple playgroups be like, yeah, that makes sense. If somebody's on a indeterminate storm turn, where it's something, I guess the big, usually the classic example I think of is 3-color Narset extra turns, where she swings. There's like a percentage chance that the person whiffs on the first swing. There's a decreasing chance they whiff on the next one, and then a decreasing chance they whiff on the next one. Technically, once you're like 4 swings in, there's still like a 1% or less chance that the person gutters and then you can kill them. But I usually just say to the table, like, hey, we can save some time and say they probably have it. Oh, what's your extra turns, Commander?
Jaleva.
Oh.
She's my favorite.
Yeah, I actually had a Jaleva deck.
She's not.
I was playing with a very casual group. They were learning. One player was learning. You know what his response to my Jaleva deck was? He built a deck with no instants and sorceries. And I'm like, I feel like you should just remove my Jaleva.
It makes sense, but also, you just need to counter Jaleva. You have a lot of it.
I see some shock on your face. Okay, love extra turns. Anybody here love? How do people feel about Voltron?
I like
Okay, some people like. Okay. Yeah, Voltron often has the issue of you're either winning hard or you're really set back if they remove it. In kind of the social format, it is a little awkward that like you can remove somebody. You're both the biggest threat because you're the most likely to remove somebody one player, but probably the least likely to win the game. But sometimes I also like just being a menace.
Or the hero, depending on.
Yeah.
And to bring it up, like, I have one mono green Yorbo deck. Yorbo gets big. He doesn't have trample base, so a lot of the times he's just punching one creature and dying.
Yeah.
But I just like, the thing I can do with him is see how big I
Yeah.
can get him. And then like,
Yeah.
I have a secondary plan of like the power
Okay.
deck, so I spread out the
How are people troubleshooting their Voltron decks to kind of ameliorate those issues? Yeah, so Yorvo.
Yorbo just, he gets big, a number of green creature enters, he gets
Yeah.
bigger, blah blah blah. But like I also have a lot of other stuff that I counter to my other creatures.
Mhm.
So like Yorbo's a big thing, I can kill someone, but if Yorbo gets removed, I have a backup plan of maybe a few other creatures.
Okay. And he's 3 mana, so he's cheap to replay.
Yeah, so it's cheap to replay, play, like sometimes I have doublers already on the field, so even when I replay it for 5 mana, it's still an 8/8 or something, so like...
No, that makes sense. Like I think I have for Voltron, I have a Skullbriar deck, which has the rules text that it can keep counters, so I can build it up and then keep playing it again.
Yeah.
And the other thing I run is I play it at higher brackets, is a it's the blue familiar creature that gives not quite ward to commanders, and the I'm forgetting his name. It begins with an A. Three mana white commander who auto equips Arden. And so I play Essior on turn 2, and then Arden on turn 3, and then I just run some equipments and blue control, and rely on. It has to be a control deck to rely on protecting the commander. You have to build around that.
Yeah.
It's also important to have
Yeah.
products. Super important.
Oh, I see a familiar face. I'm sorry. Everybody shame that man who just walked in late. Like, it's so rude what he has just done.
I make excuses, but I normally wait at 4:30.
All right, this is. You're not technically the person who introduced me to Commander. We met through
I
Commander.
didn't know you until you started playing it, though.
Okay. Yeah, so we're on self-directed discussion. Max, what? Oh, okay. We mentioned MLD. This man, I just want to put him on blast because it's fun.
You want me to tell the story, or
No, So, Commander, not polite to hold grudges, but this man one time back in college had to go to class, so he cast Jockle Hops, Mass Land Destruction, and everything else, and then scooped the game and went to class.
You mic dropped, bro.
I waited 2 turns and went, oh wait, I have to go to class. I wanted to make sure it's
Yeah. So, okay, as we're talking about some of these things, a little bit of structural stuff that affects how we're judging how much we like and dislike some of these play patterns. A lot of this is clearly affected by the structure of the game, it being multiplayer. It makes the format so much slower and less aggro-focused than a 1v1 20-life format. If you are a mono red deck in 1v1, you have 20 life to get through. If you are trying to burn out a table in Commander, that's 120 life to go through, which means you really need to be more of an engine and build up. I think that's why I feel the draw towards Voltron is because I want to live those aggro dreams, but it's still very hard. And sometimes annoying, so I always ask permission for Voltron decks too. Has anybody's playgroup banned Voltron?
So, the people I play with, it's a courtesy that we don't play Voltron.
Mm-hmm.
It's generally an ask, and most
Yeah.
times it's a no. Everyone's got to be in the mood. It's not an explicit ban, but it's a courtesy.
I of the 5 different playgroups I have, I think one of them is kind of hard no on Voltron because they want everybody to kind of exist in the game for pretty much the duration of the game. And then I have another playgroup that's like, no, play something Voltron or dumb combo with low interaction for the last game of the night, and we'll just basically roll a dice and see who wins, and that's fine. Does anybody have an odd hyper-specific, I guess it's when people have a music taste and they're like, I'm into retro-futuristic dark synth or something. That's my favorite music. Does anybody have a super specific play pattern they like? Yeah, what do you have? Oh, you're pulling.
flavor of non-deterministic combo.
Yeah, no. I just before you walked in, I told them about how I stop people once it's likely that the combo finishes. I'm sorry. I keep putting this man on blast with stories. I do vividly remember, and this was a thing that we in our playgroup wanted to resolve for the funnies of it. I would not recommend it. he had Sphinx's tutelage on board, which is a rather complicated enchantment that reads, when a player discards a card, they reveal the top 2 cards of their library, and if it shares a color, they mill 2 more cards from their library, and if it shares a color, they mill 2 more cards.
When I draw a card.
I'm sorry, when you draw a card, mill 2 cards. And then he started playing, he played a wheel effect, which caused 7 different triggers of that for everybody, which we had to resolve. And I think how 2 hours to resolve that one
That one turn.
stack?
Yeah.
Horrifying. And that's now you guys probably feel less terrible about me building the deck that doesn't let anybody win the game. You know why I did that. Again, when you know people. So I guess this is another thing I want to broach with people. Are there decks that you just wouldn't play if you didn't know the play group? Like, do you have decks that you like? Yeah, what deck you got? What was that? Oh! Wow, yeah. Yes. Yeah, what a deck. I tried it out because I literally just saw the cards and I hadn't seen any deck lists. I just put a bunch of ponder effects in there, and then I played it once with that guy to test it. And then I never played it with the live play group. After playing it once, I didn't have a tuned list. I just played a couple of mana rituals. Okay, you've got good friends. You've got good friends. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there are some things that I maybe would be able to play with almost any play group because they're like, this is a thing that's just focused on big creatures. This is a thing that's going to go non-deterministically infinite. How do you describe decks that you think might be on the board, or that you're like, hey, would you like to play with this? How are we doing that now?
Be honest, be very
Mhm.
descriptive of like what I'm trying to do. Like
Mhm.
if I'm playing a control deck, I'm trying to like lock people down. Like that's what this deck does.
Mhm.
If you're just completely honest, like from the get-go,
Mhm.
then it's like you guys know what you're about to get into. If you want me to pull something else out, I can.
Mhm.
But that's just what I have my intent to play with.
Are you describing play pattern, win conditions, bracket, or all of the above?
I guess it's more play patterns.
Mhm.
Like I want to get a bunch of lands out. I want to counter a bunch of things, and I
Mhm.
want to take possibly more returns.
Mm.
So that's just the kind of game that I want to play. But if you want me to pull something else out, I can.
I think there was an article that stuck with me from EDH Rec. I can't remember the author, but he was like, have a elevator pitch for your deck, and it can be one sentence of, and he kind of hit on 3 different things, which was say kind of what bracket you're aimed at, what your play pattern is, and what you intend to win with. So I might be like, this is my bracket 3 red-white commander deck. It's a burn-based control deck that aims to win with a late-game combo. And hopefully that gives people a sense. Yeah.
Do you think it's important for every deck? Like, I would obviously do it
Yeah.
with Leva because they would know it's extra turns.
Yeah.
That's an important thing. But Rubek, which is, only mill.
Yeah.
Do you think it's important for each deck to have, like an elevator pitch, would you say?
I think it's good to have it in mind. I think a lot of commanders. I think one of the reasons that they were talking about whether or not it's necessary to have a banned as commander thing or game changer as commander thing. I did like their argument that you kind of can't hide what your deck is doing when it is based around the commander. Like, if I see Bruvac, I know this is a mill deck. If I don't like mill, it's not like I can't read this card. I know what a Turgid deck is. Like, it says words on, like, even if I had never seen Turgid before or Bruvac before, once I read the card, I know. And it's not hidden. So it's probably a lot less necessary. Whereas, like, if your deck is, like, a little orthogonal to what your commander says, then you probably need to... It becomes necessary to say. And I think this also has a little bit to do with identifying how knowledgeable you and your playgroup are. Like, if I'm playing at my hobby shop with the actually randomly assigned playgroup, I go maximalist on it because there's usually one or two people who have just started playing Commander. And so they don't really know, so I try to give them a little more, and then I also, like, you know, if I'm playing with strangers, play a more intelligible deck. I'm gonna adjust a little bit here because it's kind of hard not to talk about bracket system. I don't think it solves everything, but I do really love where it's at. And one of the things I think that is best about it is how it handles player knowledge. Like, the reason I think combos need to be relegated to bracket 3 and above is if you have just started playing Magic, you know the rules of the game of Magic and the basic interactions of attacking, blocking, card drawing, card advantage, card disadvantage. Like, maybe you came from another game, but you don't know 80,000 unique cards. So if you're playing with a new player, and if there's somebody very old in the room, they might say, if you see Sanguine Bond, 5-mana enchantment hit the board, a new player will look at that and be like, they're trying to gain a little extra life as they do combat damage. I will keep that in mind as they're gaining a little extra life as the game goes on, and they're applying their knowledge of the game correctly because they don't know that the card Exquisite Blood exists. And there's not really a fair way for them to know that.
My brother runs his
Yeah.
first commander deck was an Aloro deck,
Yeah.
which we jokingly call Big Chair because his commander never comes out of his deck box. It's
Oh, yeah,
on the
Laurel,
side.
yeah, just off to
And
the
I'm
side.
like, I can see this dude sitting
Yeah.
in his big giant
Yeah.
chair, passively gaining you 2 life return by eating a bowl of food
Yes.
tokens, which are just nachos. And then he runs infinite life combos like
He's got eminence before eminence. He's preeminent.
It's a great joke.
I'm sorry.
It's also,
I was waiting.
yeah. But yeah, you just sent me down like the PTSD tunnel of
Oh, yeah.
dealing with the life gain, life drain deck that is that.
Mm-hmm.
I was also going to comment on that. How
Yeah.
to do the pitch thing. I find that most of the time because my brother and I
Mhm.
near exclusively go together
Mhm.
to Commander Nights at our local game store, and I realize I don't have to say anything
Mm-hmm.
because he'll straight up tell people, "Yeah, no, that thing, kill it."
Kill it.
Kill
Yes.
it now. And I'm like, let's talk about your
Yeah.
problematic decks for a second. And he's always the first one to just blurt out what my deck is.
Okay.
It's bracket, what it does, and I don't really give out my win
Mhm.
components, but I do tell people when it comes out. I'm like, hey, I do recognize that this is a
Yeah.
problem if my brother already hasn't blurted out my strategy.
Okay, let's talk about some of the social things here, though.
Oh,
Then, because like there's definitely adjustments you have to make for player knowledge. Like, if everybody's very knowledgeable, you don't necessarily have to like be pointing out threats, but if there are new players, it might be courteous to.
yeah.
But I have seen groups have there's the structural effects of the game, like decks are incentivized to go long and casual because it's mostly a resource game and you have high life totals. But then there's all of the social rules of the game which vary from pod to pod. I think one of the biggest things I've seen is variance on not just skill and threat assessment, but whether people tolerate politics at all and how they tolerate politics. I've seen play groups where everybody's talking all the time. Sometimes it's purely honest, like if they're like trying to be purely informative of this thing can do that thing later. Let's keep an eye on that. I've seen play groups where they consider basically any sort of politicking or tabletop verboten. Like it's considered gauche, and they just want it to be kind of this might trend a little to CDH. Maybe that's a CDH thing, but I've also seen very talkative CDH pods, so I don't know.
I don't know, my local game store
Yeah.
is kind of it's weird
Yeah.
because I feel like a lot of the people that go in there, like us included,
Yeah.
we build bracket 3,
Yeah.
bracket 4 decks. We tell people
Yeah.
what we're playing,
Yeah.
but there's always a lot of talk during the game because
Mhm.
even if everybody there has collective like 15
Yeah.
to 30 years worth of experience playing Magic collectively, it's always fun seeing one of those very unique 80,000 cards and then
Yeah.
ridiculous things. Because I always ask them, like, may I please look at this card?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what it is, or
Mhm.
I might not remember because I'm too focused
Yeah.
on trying to remember what I ate for breakfast this morning.
I mean, when board states build up enough, at some point, and this is a little lazy. As long as I don't see anything that I know is comboing, I'm literally just eagle eye looking at it and being like, do I see more massive cardboard on that player's side of the the table? I probably want to hurt that person. Like I'm not even reading these.
I also think that as far as the social aspect goes, like when I recognize that I'm winning
Yeah.
or when I'm winning or losing a game, my demeanor changes. But if I'm winning a game, I'm gonna look out at the board and I'm just gonna see like if anybody can stop me and
Yeah.
be completely okay with that.
Yeah.
Because it's like I recognize, nope, I'm the problem, and I
Yeah.
will say it out loud. Listen, I recognize
Yeah.
that I'm the problem, but
When I'm in lower skill play groups, especially if I have some sort of a combo or something going on, I will give a one-turn warning. I'll be like, hey, I'm about to combo within a turn cycle. And again, depending on how I assess the skill level of the play group, I will tell them what to watch out for and what they need to deal with. Or if I think they're like, slightly higher but wouldn't have noticed this because it's more casual and there's just so much going on, I'll just give them the warning but not tell them where it's coming from. Just be like, hey, I'm going to combo next turn. Figure out how I'm going to do this and stop it. But I've also seen, like, this is a thing that ruffles me. Like, everything is okay if your play group is okay with it. And I had to adjust to playing in this play group. But I played in a play group where it was pure kayfabe all the time. Everything that every player said politically was a lie. It was pure misinformation and distraction. I even literally saw one person, and this was okay for their play group and recognized as okay, was straight up be like, man, why are you doing this? Oh, you're hurting me so much. And just like whine at him so much until the guy's like, fine, I won't remove it. And then he was immediately like, sucker, and I win the game. And that was considered okay for that play group. I would not really do that I would never do that with people I don't know, but that was such a strange environment for me.
have you ever noticed that with social, how many people in a pod do you usually play?
I usually play 4. Actually, I kind of have this policy, especially when I'm at a game shop. So ideal pod for me is 4. I will play 5 if there would be a person who is just sitting, like, who doesn't have a pod, because I would rather include more people. But if we hit 6 players, I'd just divide it to 2-3 pods.
So, I've I'm starting to lean because of the social aspect to playing 5-player pods for this very reason, because this was a house rule our friend did where the people that are next to you or are the next to you are your allies.
Oh,
You can
star
only
star
win.
format.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
So fantastic. It's so much fun because you're trying to only kill the 2 people that are across from you, and then they work.
Yeah, no, that's a weird one. Star format. I remember
It's a fun time.
I've
The way I'll play 5 players. Like,
Yeah.
5 player free for all, like,
Yeah.
it's far away from me, like, I can't pay attention to them. But
Yeah.
Star, like, I'm forced to pay attention to the person that's, like, far away and one of my enemies. So I feel it also brings everyone more closer together in that sense, too.
Yeah.
Once the game goes by a lot faster.
I've heard of range-based commander where you might play like, I don't know, an 8 or 10 person commander game. I still don't think this is a wise idea. But you can only interact with the people to the left and right. Like you can only attack or affect people to the left and right. If you play a board wipe, it affects them, but nobody else. So you only have to play and then as you kill people, the pod
You
gets
just-
smaller.
yeah. Oh.
I feel like it's a convention event more than it is a thing that you could do at home.
So
Yeah. Have you seen this happen?
my new local game store likes to run 2-headed giant emperor games of Commander.
I'm sorry, so that's 12 players?
Yes. The first time I showed up to this store, there was a group of 7 people playing. I joined as their 8th against my other interest.
And did you seed this idea?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I knew that. But
You
I sat
found the
down-
crazies for you. So
I
you
sat down, I gave my elevator pitch of, hey, this deck wins by mill combo. It's narrow interaction. They were like, okay, that's fine. I sit down, combo off on turn 5. Like, well, I guess this was a shorter game than you guys were expecting.
Yeah.
I've recently started doing arch enemy commander now.
Okay.
Because I loved that format playing with 60 card, but
Mhm.
playing with commander is just a whole different level.
I also think it can sometimes, if you notice that your playgroup specifically has a very difficult time, either from a skill level with threat assessment or from a social level. I've seen games where it's already a very slow format, but I've seen games where nobody wants to swing for first blood because unless something has happened to them, they feel rude about it.
I'm guilty
Yeah.
of that.
It's also important to know, like, if you know the playgroup, like, my playgroup does not like board wipes, and that's
Yeah.
the problem, because I'm the only one who has board wipes, so that also goes with that, too. It's like, you kind of need to know.
Yeah, yeah.
You are the only one that can stop certain things.
No, so you have been in the police role. I do like there's some weird incentives because like structurally, so like targeted removal is very necessary for preventing say combo wins or somebody popping off with something exponential. But if you're the person to spend targeted removal, you're just down a card and everybody else benefits. And I've definitely been in play groups where like everybody's kind of building their little goldfish thing. Either it's a combo or it's a Voltron deck or something. And they're not generally interacting until they can kill somebody. And like I'm sitting there trying to interact with stuff until I'm empty-handed and then I die first. At which point I'm like, maybe I could just join. At some point I have to be like, I have to stop this and just be like them. Just become one of them. And if we still enjoy the game, then it's better. Otherwise, I think one of the other big things that's been great for me is, especially for the people who are new to the format, play with lots of different pods. Everybody is going to tell you what Commander is, and that is not. It is true, but it is true for them, and everybody has a different truth about this game. In the same way, everybody has a different truth. In fact, I learned an anthropological term for this. It's a Commander and tabletop games are a folkway. I saw somebody do a study on tabletop games going back to the 70s when they were first a new concept. And they found a lot of the original playgroups around America and asked them, how did you guys play this game? And everybody had a different answer. But everybody thought this was the only way everybody was playing because they only saw their local play group. And so, like, every town knows how to weave a tapestry differently or make their own specific recipe or set of spices. Commander works that way. And so I've even had playgroups where we traded out one person for another. It's like one person moves away and a new person joins our group, and it radically altered our dynamic. Sometimes we pumped up to be more challenging, and sometimes we relaxed a bunch. All right, so let's squeeze in just a few of the last topic that people were asking about. This is probably for the new players. What are some good deck building and game management tools? I've been liking Archidect for deck building. I was shocked to realize that it uploads cards as soon as they are spoiled, so that I could add a card to my maybe list the same day I saw it.
And also for new players, EDA track.
EDA track.
You're really not
A good-
know how, like, you see a commander you want to build
Yeah.
around, but don't know what potentially could go in there that would
Yeah.
help it. Like EDA track.
Yeah, I guess for new players, EDH Rec is a good jumping off point. Keep in mind, it's not this is how you should build this deck. It's this is what most people are doing with this, and it may or may not be right for you. Try to learn how to use those filters, because it's aggregating all of the decks under a certain commander. And so there might be a commander that can be built in multiple different archetypes, and you're going to see them all together. So but you might be like, I want to see the +1/+1 version of this deck versus I want to see the like value-based resource gaining version of this deck. And read the articles. They're amazing.
Also, commanderspellbook.com is
Commander Spellbook.
You can search a card in,
Mhm.
and it will tell you all the possible ways it can be included in a combo.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
And then-
Okay.
Currently, it has 72,431 combos
Yes.
in its database.
Oh, obviously for all Magic players, Scryfall, just the best index of what cards exist.
Also, Tagger for Scryfall is fantastic.
Tagger, yes.
Tagger.Scryfall lets you search by things that aren't in the rules text of the card,
Yes.
art description, or the general category of card or card role.
Yes. And Scryfall also, I sometimes fumble on it, but if you have a good background in math, it has a formula function to be able to search by the most specific set of parameters.
Scryfall also has a Discord bot. So if you have a Magic the Gathering Discord and you want to show somebody a card,
Yes.
you can type it in and then it pops up from Scryfall.
It'll also tell you the rulings, and
Yep.
card prices, and what formats it's banned in.
I don't know how to use Scryfall. I use it more on the EDH rec.
Mhm.
Like now I can like, okay, this is my strategy. I need to find cards within this like archetype. Like I love like Voltron and like
Mhm.
I want to do equipment Voltron. I can find like things I can search for with Sun Forger. Like now that I know how to use it, I'm using it a lot more. Like I said, than EDH recs. It's such a powerful tool.
Yeah.
Um,
EDH track definitely the start, and then everything else. There's Magic.
For game management, I'm using right now an app called Carbon. There are many like it. I just happen to prefer this one. I do know a play group that is like, I want to say 15 to 20 people. They've been using playgroup.gg. I believe that's the name of the app. It's not terrible. It's new, so it's not terribly buggy. But what it lets you do is it lets you register yourself and then your deck, so you can have an account. And when you sign into the app, everybody can sign in their account and select a deck that they have. And then over the long term, you can have stats on your deck performance to know, like, like at the beginning of a game, after people have selected decks, it can tell you what the percentage to win on this game is based off your past encounters with these decks. And I'm sure it does a bunch of other stuff. If you really want to get into the nitty gritty, it'll be like, well, you took this amount of damage on this game, you took this, and I think it could give you chivos. Like it could be like, oh, you know that you did 327 damage in a turn, and that's your high mark for damage in a game. I believe it is playgroup.gg. And so if you've got a group that you want to be tracking stats for, that thing blew my mind. I don't think I actually have a use for it. I don't think I want to know that much.
There's also mythic tools.
Mythic tools. Tell me about that. I haven't heard that.
I'm still kind of new to it. My brother has been utilizing it a lot more than I have, because I'm just like, every time we play, I'm like, you track the life, I play the music, and then we call it a day. So he always just pulls out his one. But I also like that it tracks commander damage separately.
Yes. Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
the graphics are really cool while playing, because it'll also make fun of you when you die. You died. Sucks to be you.
I think the viewer of my store do use that.
It's fun. It's a very good app, and it's great. I've enjoyed it. It's mostly the trash talking me as a Magic player that I think really it improves my game.
Okay.
After a 5-minute crash.
Listen, I don't.
I like 2 hobbies that Wizards of the Coast exclusively makes. Yes, I'm a glutton for
Listen,
punishment.
trash talking is my job. I don't need. All right, guys. I think I probably gotta end now because we're at time. But there's a commander party that I will probably be walking over to very slowly. But feel free to continue conversing with me outside or with each other, or as we go play more Commander. This has been a 1-hour conversation, but it could easily be a 16-hour conversation. So we might as well do it over more games of Commander. Thanks for coming out, guys. Enjoy your MAGFest. Drink plenty of water. Eat. Be careful about what and how much of stuff you put in your body, please.